Hey, interns, thank you so much for your hard work. Kevin, saw you working on that police car. It's really awesome. I just want to share with you how I would go about it. I think you're doing great. The mirror modifier video was to help you kind of clarify some stuff. But here's something else I want to show you. I took this image from the Discord channel and I want to prepare it to use it as reference image. I need to make sure that the wheels are flat here, so I'm just going to hit Control T in Photoshop and just make sure that it's actually aligned. Looks like I got to rotate it a little bit. I'm just using the bottom of the edge as a guide. I think the perspective's a little weird too, but anyway, that's okay. Okay, that's good enough. Let me just crop this a little more. Okay, I'm gonna save this image. Yeah, sorry if this is kind of slow. I'm moving kind of slow today just from having COVID. It sucks. Keep wearing your mask, guys. Keep being careful out there. All right. Yeah, watch this video on fast forward speed if I'm going too slow for you. Okay. Tilde, right side view, and let's drag in that image. Size doesn't really matter here, but position does. I want to turn down my opacity a little bit, and I want to make sure it's kind of like pushed back. So GX, slide it pretty far back. I don't even need to see it in perspective view. I do need to see it in orthographic view though. Okay, I am selecting this cube. By the way, if you don't want to accidentally select your image plane, use the outliner window. There's a filters icon, and there's a bunch of icons in the filters icon that are turned off by default. So, for example, the ability to make something selectable is automatically turned off. If I go to the filter icon and turn that on, now I can actually make it so it's impossible to select this image plane. Okay, I'm selecting the cube, switching to edit mode, and I'm going to merge all these vertex points to the center. And I'm just going to move this vertex point to my police car. I think you already did this, Kevin, but watch what I'm going to do something really specific here. I'm extruding, and I'm actually ignoring a lot of the details, and I'm keeping these subdivisions as few as possible, okay? So I'm skipping a lot of the curves here. I'm just averaging it out and trying to keep it as the geometry as simple as possible for now. Okay, I can extrude the bumper later. And watch what I'm going to do for the fender to make a space for the wheel. Anytime I'm doing something with a circle, I always try to just focus on an octagon shape, okay? So that means at most 4 subdivisions for half of the wheel. Okay, and what I'm also doing is making sure that when I look at this edge that I created, I'm making sure that it corresponds to an edge on top. So I'm not keeping like perfect track right now, but see how there's an edge for the windshield? Well, down here, I'm also making sure that I extrude an edge that can match up to that windshield. Okay, now I'm going for 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, whoops. I'm just gonna hide this, and you can see that I created a profile edge, and then finally this last point I wanted to be merged with this last one, so I hit M and then merge it at last. Okay, I'm not done yet. What I'm trying to do here is to create quads. Okay, I want to create quads, meaning faces that have exactly 4 edges. And I might need to make some subdivisions. I might have to do a little bit of adjustment, but for now, let me just select 2 edges and hit F to fill. Okay, there's going to be a little bit of a small little sliver here that I don't like. That's not going to create good geometry. No problem. This is where I hit Control R to add a loop. I'm going to lower this edge down. And now I'm okay with just merging these 2 points. Merge at last. And that's nice and clean. Filling a face. Here's where I'm going to decide to subdivide this edge. Whoops. Right click, subdivide this edge. And I'm trying to get a nice shape for the car with as few vertex points as possible. So this is like very, very low poly, but it's got the potential to be smoothed. Okay, here's a little bit of more complicated thought process. Okay, I'll deal with triangles and stuff a little bit later. Let me just find 2 edges that are perfect for creating a bridge with a face. One, 2, 3, 4. That's actually a quad right there. So I'll just hit F to fill, and maybe if I want that to look more like a quad, if you double tap G, 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 like good game, you can move vertex points along an edge. Pretty powerful. Okay, so this is making all my faces look more like quads. And then back to edge mode by hitting the number 2 with my left hand, filling with a face, filling with a face. Okay, that looks pretty good. So I only have, probably like 15 faces, and that's pretty good because I got the shape that I want, and they're all quads. Okay, from here, I select all my faces, and I'm going to extrude. Now, how wide do I make this car? I don't really know how wide it should be, but I could definitely like Google police car top view and try to find out like the exact height or the exact width it should be. Okay. I'm not gonna bother doing that right now and putting that in there, but I'm just gonna extrude outward. Okay. Let me select all these these are gonna be, this is gonna be mirrored. So I'll hit the letter C for paint select and quickly just paint select, hit enter when you're done, get all those faces and delete them. Okay, this is ready for mirroring. Let's look at the end panel. Everything's zeroed out. Scale is at 111. Perfect for the mirror modifier. Ready to go. I'll check clipping. And now I can continue modeling. Because I have quads, it's very easy for me to use Control R and like insert edge loops and start to add more detail. Okay. Hopefully that was helpful for you guys. I think modeling a vehicle is a very, very important exercise. Okay, model a boat first, a boat or spaceship first, then a car, and then you can build up the skills necessary to model a character. Of course, you can just jump right in and try to model a human or a organic creature or something if you want. But a vehicle is a good way to just get some more experience before you jump right into modeling a full-on character. All right. Thanks for watching, guys.